In 1898, a wedding ring went missing in a Maltese hospital under mysterious circumstances. A husband said it had been taken from his wife's finger as she lay dying in hospital, but the nurses denied taking the ring. Now, I'm a massive fan of Sherlock Holmes, so I'm going to need one of these and one of these to solve this case. I'm here at Malta's National Archives. I sometimes do my research here. The staff are brilliant, super helpful, and they have tipped me off about this curious case. All the case documents can be found here within the archives, and they establish three main characters. Mrs Wharfe, a wife and mother of 6, owner of a gold wedding ring. Her husband, Private John Wharfe, who was a British soldier. Mrs Fitzgerald Horrocks, a British matron at a hospital on Manuel Island where the story takes place. In October 1898, Mrs Wharfe was admitted to this hospital. She was wearing 2 gold rings, a keeper ring and a wedding ring. A keeper is a tight-fitting ring worn to stop another, more valuable ring from sliding off the finger. Sadly, Mrs Wharfe died and all her belongings were returned to her husband. Or were they? According to Private Wharfe, his wife's gold wedding ring had been replaced by a much less valuable brass ring. But the matron swore that this was the ring they found after Mrs Wharfe died, tied up inside a handkerchief, hidden inside a pillow, which Mrs Wharfe had brought to the hospital from home. But Private Wharfe insisted this brass ring couldn't possibly be his wife's gold ring, which he had bought from a jeweller's shop, and was heavier, broader, and larger than this brass ring. So, was Private Wharfe lying, or did the matron misplace the ring? A very curious case indeed that we have on our hands here, dear friends. But you know, all of this investigating has left me wanting a coffee. Now, if you'd like to support the making of these videos, then you can. You can just buy me a coffee. The link is in the caption. Any money you donate goes directly towards the production costs of these films. Thank you very much. So who's not telling the truth? Private Wharfe or the hospital matron? The answer is most likely to be the jeweller who sold Private Wharfe the ring in the first place. And here's why. As a result of Private Wharfe's complaint, the British authorities held an inquiry, and we can see the outcome of it here in these documents. Now, the report says that the disputed brass ring was examined by a different jeweller here in Malta. Here are the crucial parts. This ring seems to be brass. There may be a small quantity of gold in it, about 2 or 3 carats at the most. It is quite clear that the authorities of the hospital and the persons employed therein have been fully exculpated of the charge of any imputation consequent thereon. This means that the matron has been cleared of any wrongdoing and did not misplace the ring. The report also says Private Wharfe probably bought a ring that had the appearance of being gold, but was likely covered with a gold casing, which may have worn off over time when Mrs Wharfe was washing clothes for a living. That was #awkward for Private Wharfe, who's basically told by the British, sorry old chap, you bought a brass wedding ring only covered in gold. Following this report, the matter was closed, but we have been left with a marvellous memento from this story. Here, within the case documents, is the brass ring. Private Wharfe clearly didn't want it back. because it's here in Malta's National Archives. But it seems likely that this brass ring really was Mrs Wharfe's gold wedding ring all along. For more tales of the terrible and stories of the strange, follow Dark Malta Tours.